Hey y'all. So I am back with another video. Yo. Okay, and we're gonna do a story time today. Listen, you guys, before I hit the record button on this thing, every time I go to record a video, right, I sit here and I'm like, all right, get it together, fix yourself, make sure you look good. All right, so we're gonna practice. Okay, we're gonna start this thing and we're gonna be like boom, boom, boom. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Butterfly Jewels, and I'm back with another video. That's the plan every time, right? But for some reason, I don't really feel that in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's really not working for me. So I would rather just hit record and just be like boom, boom, boom. What's up, fam bam? Okay, what's up, Butterfly fam? What's up, Transformers? All right, I'm back with another video, okay? And this is a story time, all right? I did a story time in the past about the time that my ex and I went on a high-speed chase in a little small town, okay? It's not big as nothing, all right? But we went on a high-speed chase in town, okay? So I already told that story, and I may do that video again because my confidence and everything wasn't anywhere near what it is now. You feel me? So I may be able to be more of myself, when I decide to do the video again. But this video here is about the same guy, but this is about the time uh I had to call. Well, how many times did I call the police on him? I think I called the police on him twice. So we're gonna do story number one. The first time, or maybe the second time. I'm not really good with chronological order. Either way, I'm gonna tell y'all about one of the times that I had to call the police on this brother. Okay, so what should I tell you first? We dated for about all together for about 3 years. Okay, and I don't know exactly at what point in our relationship, situationship, what have you, this occurred. But I can say that in the 3 years that we dated, we never actually lived together. When we met, I had my place, he had his place, but it was like across the street from one another. My complex and his complex are right across the street. So he was either always at my house or I was always at his shoe. Y'all do that now and you don't stay across the street. But we were right across the street from each other, so one of us was always at the other one's house. And then we always had a key. As a matter of fact, when I met him, I didn't have my place. I lied. I didn't have my place yet, but I had a roommate. And he would come see me, but I didn't like stay with him or anything because I had a kid. So, and plus I ain't really with that whole living together before marriage. That ain't really my thing. But anyway, I can't speak on that because we did hump. So I can't really talk about that. But anyway, so he lived in his place and I had mine. Okay. It was shortly after we started dating, I got my place. And the guy that I was dating, he was very quiet, right? He had a very calm composure. He seemed very calm, very laid back to everybody around us. And you already know I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm like, boom, boom, bam, good morning. How are you? Let's dance, let's get it, let's be lit. You know what I'm saying? That's me. So, and they say opposites attract. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I learned. Okay? Just because you can't see it on the outside doesn't mean it ain't on the inside. And y'all already know your girl is probably going to turn this into a teachable moment because that's what I do. But just because you can't see it on the outside does not mean that it's not on the inside, okay? I wish I could see some people's insides on the outsides. It'd be some ugly folks walking around here, okay? But anyway, so he's very quiet, very reserved. So a lot of times when I would discuss situations with my sisters or like my mom or whatever, it'd be kind of hard to grasp that. You know how sometimes something is, you believe it, but it's still an unbelievable situation, or you believe it, but it's like, dang, like you're shocked. You understand? So with the way he was on a regular basis at work, because we met at work, I'll get there. At work and everything, he was real quiet, laid back. Most of the time, when he would speak, you have to be like, what? Like, I didn't hear you. Can you say it again? If we were riding in the car, there is absolutely no way we could have a conversation if the music was on. And the music could be down all the way. Okay? If you can hear a little bit of it. I'm constantly telling this dude, can you speak up? I can't. Why you talk so low, man? Dang. You know what I'm saying? And I know People try to figure out why I talk so loud too, but that's not the point. We're not talking about me. We're talking about him. And so I could never get this dude to speak up. So when I would see certain behavior, I would be shocked. I would myself, I'd be confused. But after the first time, you're like, oh, okay, I see what you are capable of. Okay, so this is what happened. All right, so he got a job at um he got a job at a place that was about an hour away from where we both lived. Okay, so he left the job where we met, because we met at one place. I branched off and got a better job in finance, and he branched off and got a better job as well. But his job was about an hour away. So he hadn't been working there for very long either. And his lease was up where he lived across the street. So he was in the process of moving. And where he was moving at, it was in the opposite direction, out of town in the opposite direction. So here we were in our city. We used to work together at one place. I branched off. He branched off. As a matter of fact, he got a job in this city first. Yeah, he got a job in this city first, and then he was looking for a place in this city. So he let his lease. He didn't renew his do his lease, and so he was staying with me. So he stayed with me for about maybe like 2 months, 2.5 months, while he was looking for a place here. So he ended up finding a place here, and then once he found a place here, I think that's when he got the job over here, because he wasn't at this job for very long. Now, y'all make sure you keep up now. You got to take notes, because you know how my mind works. I'll take you all around the world and bring you back, okay? So that's what was happening, okay? He got a job here. He was looking for a place here, and I think he ended up getting a place here, and he got the job here, something like that. I don't know. Either way, he got a new job over here, okay? So he wanted to like impress his new co-workers and peers, and this dude is, I mean, highly intelligent. You understand what I'm saying? Well dressed, neat, kind of sort of the best of both worlds. He had like basketball swag, but he also had, you know what I'm saying, like suit and tie swag. You feel me? The man could sing, okay? He sang me John the Legend, all right, who I love, all right? Um, almost made me lose my virginity again when he sang that song to me there, because he had a beautiful vocals. Very handsome, amazing work ethic. I mean, would not miss a day. Could be dying. Would not miss a day. Would come to work. Always wanted to level up intellectually, reading books. I mean, just, and then a family man. Oh my goodness. He had a daughter, and he met AJ after 6 months. I met his daughter after 6 months of dating. Did not play. Your girl does not play about the AJ. You understand? So met his daughter, and when I met his daughter, when he met my son, they met each other for the first time. All of us was meeting for the first time. So I had a lot of respect for him. And he was also a master manipulator, because with all of these things that I saw on the outside, ladies, let me tell you something about getting caught up with what's on the outside. You understand what I'm saying? When I first met him, all I heard was, isn't that the dude that drives the red Mustang? Yeah, girl, he had a nice red Mustang. I mean, just independent, was living by himself. He won't live with his mama. No offense if you live with your mama. I'm just saying he didn't live with his mama, okay? He was, loved his daughter to death. Anything she needed, anything her mama needed for her. I mean, it was just, bruh, where do they do that at? Okay, nowhere. I'm gonna tell you nowhere, because he wanted to impress his coworkers. So he comes to my place, and uh, he tells me, I want to go to the comedy house or whatever, the comedy club or whatever. I'm sure you're familiar with that, like, the places where you go laugh. You know what I mean? That's what comedy does for you. It helps you to laugh. And so he wanted to go to a comedy house with some of his coworkers. Now, in that particular moment, we were on the right side of things. At this time, we were okay with our problems. At the moment this was not the time to get to the root of all of our problems and go in depth and rehash everything. We are pretending at this moment that everything is great, everything is perfect. So right now, we think we are in a good place. You understand? There ain't been no arguments. We've been doing good. So I agreed to go to the comedy house with him and his coworkers. Now, the day this is supposed to take place, Um, that wasn't Valentine's Day. No, the day this was supposed to take place, was he at my place? It's all such a blur. But I know we were getting dressed, and somehow we got into an argument. I think it was about my phone, because a lot of our arguments were always about my. So I think it was about my phone. We got into an argument, and in the argument, I became everything but a child of God, and I was never the type to teachable moment. I was never the type to really start that stuff or be a bully. I'm not good at hitting below the belt. Like I just can't bring myself to do that. I just cannot. Like some stuff you can't come back from. And I know how that would affect me immediately. So when I think about it, so I don't even say those certain things to people. But the problem is that I also didn't really know how to de-escalate the situation. And it's crazy because we met in the call center. In call centers, they teach you de-escalation. You know, let de-escalate the situation, calm these folks down, right? But I was not good at that in real life, okay? I could pretend it, but I wasn't good at it in real life. So I'm pretty sure I didn't help anything ever either whenever this stuff was going on. But that's neither here nor there, okay? He called me all these names, cussed me out. I think he like pushed me a little bit or something. I don't remember everything, but I know it got pretty bad, and I was pissed off. And I was, I'm not going nowhere with you. You go by yourself. This man was like, yes, you are. Now, I told y'all this man's work ethic is like out of this world. Making good impressions, leveling up in an environment, a business environment, always trying to find something better, make more money, be promoted. That was how he thought, right? Because of this man did not care at all about how much I was crying, how bad my feelings were. This sounds like some Tyler Perry movie type of stuff, right? I'm not even lying to y'all though. He grabbed my arm and he was like, let me tell you something. You going to this comedy show and you gonna go happy. You understand what I'm saying now? You call me a chihuahua all you want to, but your girl does not fight, okay? I used to have to fight when I was in grade school, but I was fighting other people's battles. They was never mine, okay? I was always too scared to fight my own battles. And I ain't scared to fight them now, but I do it different. But I ain't never been the type to want to get hit in the face. I don't want to get hit in the face. Who wants to get hit in the face, okay? Why would you want to do that? Why would you walk into getting hit in the face? That's not how I operate. I never have, okay? So then this is a man, okay? And quiet as it's kept, I was already a little bit scared of him a little bit, okay? So I wasn't really trying to ruffle his feathers. I was like, you know what? After this, I'm done, okay? I'm done. I'm going to go to this little comedy club show, all right? I'm going to look cute, make a good impression and everything, because that's all he cared about was image. And after that, I'm done, all right? So I got real cute and everything, had on my little wedges and everything like that, and he got real fly and fine and looking all good and everything like that. Don't try it. Don't try it. You can't fool me. Fool me once. You can't fool me again. But he done got married and everything now, y'all, so don't worry about that. But he was looking all good and everything. And, you know, he knew how to set the scene. He knew how to set the ambiance, right? That's how he tricked me on our first date. His inside of his car is real dark. He got a system in the back with blue lights. Then he gonna hold my hand and sing the John Legend to me. I think he did that before. That was something that seemed like he did that before. He knew that worked. That was a science experiment, and he hypothesized that thing came out right. He figured it worked one time, and it'll work again. And God dog it if it didn't work. God dog it, I see the error in my ways. Hindsight is always 2020. But anyway, back to the story. So, because y'all getting me distracted. Back to the story. So, we ride to the comedy club, to the comedy show, and everything, and you know, he already told me, you know, we gonna make a good impression, and you know, you need to act right. Like I done told my coworkers I'm coming, my boss is gonna be there. I gotta make a good first impression. I haven't been here very long. You need to come on. Now I see what them ladies be dealing with. That's why I can't be no trophy wife. Okay, I cannot be a trophy wife. First of all, I ain't nobody's trophy. You understand? Now I am a prize. I am a prize. God said so. But I ain't no trophy wife. You don't parade me around on your arm to make a good impression, okay? Don't do that. All right? Now, if I just so happen to compliment you, then that's fine. But don't use me. You're not going to use me. Not for that, okay? Don't use me for that. But I was still fine, though. So we went to the comedy show. We get inside. It's so nice, y'all. I had such a good time. I don't even remember the man's name, but he was hilarious. I laughed. Thank God we didn't sit up front because with this forehead, I don't really know. He might have called your girl out, and I wasn't really ready for that back then. So we're in there laughing and stuff. His coworkers are so super cool. I met a couple married people, which in my mind, I'm like, you know, nice to meet you, but don't overdo it because you can't. People, I just don't be trusting folks' image nowadays. Anyway, but everything was cool. We ate some wings, and I remember while we were there. This is very important information now, so make sure you listening, okay? I remember while we were there, my ex had, I think, 2 or 3 drinks, but they were like mixed drinks. They were like not cocktails or anything, but like mixed drinks, like cranberry and vodka. Is that a mixed drink? I don't know, because I might be thinking about a wine cooler or something like that. Because I drink a wine cooler right now and be out. You understand me? You're out. All right. So I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I don't think it's considered a mixed drink. But he was drinking stuff like that. And he had about 3 of them, and they were super expensive. Like I don't get it. But also, I forgot to tell y'all when we went to the club, we had to the deal we got. We had to get like a meal and a drink. It was like included or something. But anyway. Y'all getting me distracted. Anyway, so we had a good time at the club or whatever, right? So we leave the comedy club. Everything is everything. I'm still looking cute. We get in the car. Now, mind you, he had these drinks at the club. On the way back to my place, he stops to get a red box, okay? That's when red box was still on and popping, okay? Don't try to play me now. But we went to get a red box, and while we were at the gas station, he went inside and got 2 Limeritas. Now, I used to drink Limeritas. He got 2 of the big ones, though, right? Like, the huge ones. He got 2, one for me, one for him. So we got back to the house, and I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we got back to the house, put the Limeritas down, and went upstairs and started. We decided we were gonna watch the Red Box movies until we just fell asleep because it was already like after midnight, right? So we went upstairs, put the movie in, and we lay down in the bed. Now when we get in the bed, I don't even think we even. Our Limeritas weren't even upstairs; they were still downstairs on my kitchen table. But while we were laying there watching the movie, my phone goes off. Right now, a little backstory, real quick, because I didn't tell y'all this just yet. I didn't tell y'all this part just yet. But it's important. I already had a phone, right? But y'all already know your girl don't care about nothing fancy. You know, I got my little Obama phone right here. Back then, I had a little what was it? I think it was a Razor, but it was like not a Razor. I lied, jeez. It was some kind of little small Samsung or something like that, right? And that's the phone that I would use and talk on and talk to people and call people and communicate and keep in touch and everything like that. Well, one day out of the blue, now this is a flashback now, keep up now. One day out of the blue, my ex brings home this nice, fancy, nice, beautiful phone. And he was like, it's so that we can be on the same phone plan, because I might as well go ahead and pay the bill. I can just pay one bill. We'll be on the same phone plan. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, but if it ain't broke, though, why fix it, right? And my phone is working. Everything's working fine. So are my pockets, so is my paycheck, which is what pays this phone bill every month. So I think we are good on that. I don't think that's necessary. But your boy insisted that I take the phone. So I took the phone. And what I was doing with the phone is I never talked on the phone, right? 'Cause you ain't finna catch me slipping. I ain't never been no infidel, okay? I don't cheat. I ain't never cheated ever in my life. But you ain't about to catch me slipping in regards to checking my doggone phone bill to see who I'm calling and who I'm texting. I have no time for that, okay? Absolutely not. And neither do you, to be honest with you, because you're going to die one day. So spend your time not checking the phone bill because that's the waste of it, all right? So anyway, he wanted to check the bill. If I ain't stupid. So I never used the phone to talk on the phone. I use the phone for social media, Facebook. I ain't really never had no Instagram or nothing like that, but Facebook and Facebook and Facebook, right? That's what I was using it for. Facebook games, Facebook Messenger, and all this and that. So fast forward now to this particular night after the comedy club. The phone goes off. Now it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. When the phone buzzed, okay, he was triggered. Now, because I told y'all most of our arguments were about my phone, I'm assuming that would trigger him anytime it vibrated, anytime it rang, went off, notified, whatever. He would immediately be alerted. His doggone reticular activating system, my phone was a part of that. That's so doggone sad. You know the thing that tells you left your keys in the house? or the thing that tells you you're forgetting something, but you might not know at the time what it is, but your brain is letting you know that's your reticular activating system or service or something like that. It was something that was so repetitive for him that he thought about so much that his doggone brain would let him know every time my doggone phone went off. It's just about as bad as a mom and her baby. You know, you can hear your baby from 10,000 miles away. You can be asleep, but if your baby moves, you wake up. That's how he was about my phone. And now that I think about it, that was unhealthy. That was very unhealthy. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so moving on because y'all getting me distracted. So the phone goes off. He immediately jumps up and starts going off. I'm talking about, who is that calling you? Why your phone going off? Da 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 da. So I picked the phone up now because I know, first of all, don't nobody even know the phone number. So I wasn't worried about a thing, okay? And your girl I don't operate like that. So I pull the phone up. I'm like, and I'm like, the phone it was a notification. Well, first of all, who's notifying you at 1 o'clock in the morning? Da 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 da. So, I was like, one, I don't think that's how notifications work. Okay. Two, I'm so sick and tired of you and this phone. Please take this phone back. He like, fine, give me the phone. I'll take the phone. Give me the phone. I'm like, okay, fine, you take the phone. But first, before you get this phone, let me log out of all of my social media accounts. Oh, he didn't like that. Your boy didn't like that. So he was like, why you got to do all that? What you got to hide? I ain't nobody got time for all that. You understand me? Don't ever. Okay. Dear future husband, if you want to keep me, don't do that. You understand me? That's not how we operate around here. All right? I don't dabble in that lifestyle. So don't accuse me of things, right? And project things onto me, okay? Because of how you feel. All right? I don't have time for that. So I'm like, let me get out my stuff. While I'm trying to get out my phone, y'all, do y'all know this dude I'm trying to get out my phone. This dude took my fingers and bent them so far back, y'all, that my fingers almost broke. So I ended up somehow getting out of the grass or whatever he had going on. He ended up taking my lamp, breaking my lamp, and everything, right? So while he's doing, and I think he scratched me, he had grabbed my neck too. While he's doing all of this, I think he ended up leaving. He ran downstairs or something like, no, I lied. I'm mixing up two stories. Let's bring it back. Keep up now. Keep up. Bring it back because ain't going to be no editing. Bring it back. Bring it back. He almost breaks my fingers, right? After he almost breaks my fingers, I leave. I go downstairs. I get in my Jeep, right? And I leave. Now, mind you, it is what? Let's say almost 2 o'clock in the morning now, right? So I leave. I get in my truck. Can y'all see me? My leg cramping. I get in my truck. I get in my Jeep and I leave. So before I left though, because of the high-speed chase situation that we had before, I grabbed his keys to his Mustang as well. So I jump in my Jeep and I leave. And while I'm gone, I think my plan was to go to IHOP and get something to eat. And I figured since IHOP is open 24 hours, that I can sit in there until everything calms down or cools down and I can go back home. So while I'm driving, my phone is blowing up. And he's calling me. And so then I'm ignoring the calls, but then the calls turn into text, right? So the text end up being like, where are my keys? That's all he was asking. Where are my keys? Where are my keys? What did you do with my keys? Now, in my mind, because let's be logical here, in a situation like that, right? For you to immediately text me and the only thing you ask and the first thing you ask is where are your keys? What does that tell me? That tells me that's the first thing you thought about was jumping in your Mustang, fool, and having another high-speed chase at nighttime. Because we went through this one time. Okay? We went through this one time. All right? I'm going to tell that story to y'all again. Why do you want to go through this again? Well, I'm ignoring him. I'm not listening to anything he's saying. So I never make it to IHOP. So what I end up doing is I go to Walmart. I'm walking around Walmart for a few minutes. And then I go in there and I buy some cheese. Y'all know the what's that cheese with the wax around it that you take the wax off of it, pop it in your mouth, and you're good to go because I like cheese. I bought some of that cheese, and I drove around for a little while, and all while I'm gone, I'm getting message after message about where are you? Where are my keys? I need to go to the store. I want to go to the store and get me some cigarettes. Where are my keys? So I'm not listening to any of this. So after maybe like an hour or so, I come back to the house. When I get back to the house, on my way there, Before I get to my house and I'm coming down my street, I see him walking down the street on the cell phone. So, and what I realized is he was coming from the little corner store near my house that stayed open till like 3 o'clock in the morning. So he was walking from there, and I guess he had went and got some cigarettes. So I get back to my house. Now, mind you, he still has to walk back to my house. So I'm in my house for like maybe like 10 minutes. And he walks in the door. And I'm sitting in the living room, which is downstairs, because I don't even want to go up there to his area where his energy is at, right? So he comes walking in there and he was like, was it good? I said, what? Was it good to you? He got to be talking about this more than cheese right here, because I know good and well this man don't think that I could leave, get in the car, okay, crank up the car, okay, drive to some man, all right, get humped and pumped on, okay, get back in the car, all right, drive back to the house, okay, in an hour. What? And I got to pack a board and cheese with me. Where's the logic in any of that? I just, Lord, when it don't make sense, listen. If you can't make it make sense, just let it go. Because you be to drive yourself all the way crazy with somebody foolish like this, okay? So anyway, he's saying all this to me, and I'm like, this man is super duper crazy. And I'm on the phone now with one of my friends. It's a female. We're talking about it because I had already called her. And at this point, this female friend couldn't stand him, okay? He didn't like her. So, and he used to throw it in my face and say things like, y'all messing with each other. And oh my gosh, the male ego is so fragile. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so, y'all getting me distracted. So anyway, I'm looking at this fool like, you cannot be serious. Okay. So he is yelling in my face. Now, when I got up to, leave, right? Because I'm like kind of trapped in the living room. And I feel like, stuck. So I get up to leave and I walk past him and he like, I'm trying to walk past him and he doesn't want to let me go. That was always his thing too, not wanting to let you leave the room. Let me explain something to you. Dear future husband, don't try that with me. I'm grown. If I want to leave, I'm allowed to leave. Now it's up to you whether or not you can accept the fact that I like to leave. But in a situation like that, I'm going to want to leave. Just don't make me want to leave. Make me want to stay. Okay? So anyway, I'm trying to walk past this dude out the living room through the kitchen to go upstairs or either to get away from him. While I'm walking through, I noticed this dude done drank both of the lamaritas, both of them. Okay, mine and the one that was supposed to be for him, gone. He had those drinks, then came back and drank these drinks. So now he's even more lit, okay, than he was when I left the first time. All right. So now because he's being all irate, I go outside, get in my truck, and I leave again. Now listen here. Now listen up. Now listen up. I'm driving down the street, okay, minding my business, trying to get away from this negativity. Sometimes negativity will chase you, and if the devil is chasing you and you ain't chasing God, baby, you're gonna get caught up every time. All right, message. So anyway, this enemy was chasing me because he wasn't on my team. I'm riding down the street. I get to the stoplight. I can't see what's behind me because it's dark and the lights, right? When I go to make a left, tell me why I turn to make a left and I see a red Mustang following behind me. Why? Are you following me, sir? So I'm in a 2005 Jeep Liberty, okay? We talking about a 2011, I think, a 10 Mustang. I'm not about to outrun that, all right? But let me tell you what your girl did what she could. Because after that first high-speed chase, that gave me more confidence in my driving abilities, all right? And so I was a little bit more Grand Theft Auto than I was before. So I pushed the pedal to the metal, and I got on out of there, right? So I'm riding down this road really fast. And the faster I go, the faster he goes. Don't ask me why he's following me. Don't ask me why I'm running. But that's what happens sometimes when you got fools working together. The blind leading the blind. We just don't even know where we're going. We just going, right? Looking stupid in the dark, just going, right? Like some fools. So anyway, I get down here and I make a left real fast, right? And when I make a left, I come to a four-way stop. And it's like in the country area, so it's not like a lot of lights. So what I did was I cut off my lights and I made a right. So after I made a right, I went way down the street. When I got down to the end of the street, I could see his lights and I saw him make a left. So after I made that right, I made another right and came back up on the main road where I saw him in the first place. And lo and behold, I ended up at IHOP, right? Which is where I was going in the first place. because everything ain't open right now, right? So I go to IHOP and I park. Now IHOP is near the main road, which in this little town is only really one main road. So IHOP is near the main road. So I park like near some trees, right? And I park facing the main road. And I decide to read a book, okay? Because that's how I escape from foolishness, okay? So I read a book. I'm reading this book. You guys know I read an entire book, like from beginning to end. I'm talking about a thick chapter book from beginning to end. I was out there for a little over an hour. I finished the book, y'all, and tell me why I see this fool driving in front of IHOP going back down our street. I guess at this point he was giving up because we lived where he made the right was the direction that he would go back to my place. So he went down to the light and made a right. And I'm assuming at this point he's going back to my place. Now, it's gotta be almost 5 o'clock in the morning now. Gotta be. So I figured he has to be exhausted. The enemy don't get tired. Okay? He does not get tired. The enemy goes on and on. Man, listen. Y'all better listen to me. I'm telling you. So I go back to the house thinking this man is going to be exhausted, emotionally drained. Like I was. I was so sleepy and tired and drained. I just want to go to bed. So I get back to the crib. My house is completely dark. I'm like, thank the good Lord, right? But y'all know this story is about me calling the police, and I have not done that yet, right? So, no. Get to the house. I walk up. I walk in the house. When I walk through the door, okay, the light upstairs flicks on, and his silhouette is standing up there looking stupid, and he starts going off, flipping out again. He's even, I don't know if he drank more or what, but he is like a mad person. So we start getting into this huge tussle and everything. When I get back upstairs, I tried to go into my son's room, which AJ wasn't there at the time this was happening. I went in AJ's room to sleep away from him. When I got in AJ's room, he comes in there following me, and he starts grilling me and asking me all these questions. Where were you? Who were you with? Why were you gone so long? And all this other stuff. And I'm telling him, look, I went to chill because I don't know what's wrong with you, but can you just leave me alone and leave me be? Go away. Let me go to sleep. Leave me alone. So that's the first time he took me and pushed me up against the wall when I was trying to leave. That would always be the thing. When I was trying to leave, he would always try to stop me. So he would take me and push me up against the wall. And so, well, he did that time, push me up against the wall. Or no, he just pushed me and I hit my son's lamp and knocked it over. That's what happened. So I pushed the lamp, knocked it over, and he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. So I was like, I'm about to call the law. I'm calling the law. You about to get locked up because you ain't no business putting your hands on me. I don't touch you. You don't touch me. You know, it was just a bunch of craziness, right? So I called the police. Before they could get there, he leaves. He gets in his car, he leaves. So while the police are there, he ends up coming back because now he ain't got nowhere to go. He's staying with me, right? He ain't got nowhere to go. He ain't got his new apartment yet. That's what it was. He ain't got his place yet. So he ain't got nowhere to go. So the cops tell me, is this the time where, yeah, he comes back and the cops talk to both of us. And I'm telling him I want him to leave. Like I want him to go away. But he has nowhere to go. And his grandparents, they live like maybe like almost an hour away. He could have went there, but it was like almost an hour away. And the cops said because he was drunk that they could not force him to drive. I'm like, y'all can't take him. Y'all can't give him a ride over there to his grandma in the house because I ain't about to drive him nowhere. And y'all talking about somebody got to leave. This is my house. He need to go. I don't need to go anywhere. He ain't been here for no 6 months. He ain't no legal resident of this address here. He need to go somewhere. Well, you know, the cop was like, well, you know, ma'am, can you guys just promise to get along and just, you know, stay away from each other until tomorrow when he sobers up and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, you know what? If you can promise to stay away from me and you getting up out of here tomorrow, then I'm good. He's like, okay, cool. So we go in the house. I go in AJ's room. He goes back in my room. And that was that. And the next morning, he I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't say anything to him at all. I didn't say anything. It was like he was a ghost. Because I was scared because that was the first time he pushed me. So I didn't really understand like what to do and how to leave, right? I was really worried about that. Then like last night the cops came and they didn't make him leave. So that worried me a little bit. Like I didn't know if I was really like safe, right? So I was kind of scared. So what I did was I tried to just manipulate him and make him leave. I just didn't say anything to him at all, and it ended up working. He got so scared. He was like, "Why are you not talking to me?" And I still wouldn't say anything. I just kept walking around like he didn't exist. He was like, "Do I need to leave?" I still didn't say nothing. He's like, "Are you gonna press charges or what's going on? Are you mad? I'm sorry about what happened last night." I just didn't say anything to him. I just ignored him. So he ended up leaving. He packed up all his stuff. He was like, "If you want me to, y'all these old freaky dicky don't go to 1, 2, 3 movies. They be having all kinds of freaky dicky butt naked women coming out here with these doggone spam posts worrying me." Anyway, because y'all getting me distracted. He packed all his stuff up, all his raggedy polos and everything, and put it in his Mustang, and he went to his grandparents' house. And that was the end of that. Until it wasn't again. And so, don't judge me! Okay, I gave him another chance after that. I know it's stupid. I know it was stupid. It was stupid then, and then it was stupid now. Right? I won't do it again. That's the message. That's the point. But yeah, so that's the time I had to call the law on your boy. Toxic relationships like that aren't good for anybody. Even though AJ wasn't in the house, my baby could feel everything I felt. You know, all of my discomfort, all of my unhappiness, all of my depression, everything. He could feel all of that. They feel all that. So, if you guys want me to tell you the story of the second time I called the police on him, let me know. And I will tell you. But in the meantime, comment down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Also, like this video. Also, I'm probably going to leave a link in the description box below. But y'all know your girl was targeted and my live streams were disabled. So I wasn't going to make another channel, but I decided to anyway because I miss y'all so much. How much I miss y'all. So I made a second channel to go live on, and I'm going to leave the link to my second channel in the description box below. That is how I will know if you watch the whole video, okay? So, like always, you guys know I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. Hey, I love you from the inside out. And I'm out. Bye, y'all.